The purpose of this video is to show you how to get up and running with the FIIO X1 Generation 2. This is what the X1 looks like out of the box. This version I have is an X1 and it's a model number FX1221. So you'll get your player here, and on the left side is where the power key is. Hold your power key on the left side here, the upper left. You also have volume control on this side. So I just press and hold this power key. The top left. And then you're going to get in some basic navigation. The FIIO has a lot of ways you can move up and down and select things. So you've got a roller wheel here where you can hold this wheel and spin left and right to make a selection. You can also tap on the left side of that wheel, the left and right, and you can also tap up and down as well. And also in the bottom right and left, you can use those single keys as well. So there's a lot of ways to move around. There's one way to select, and that's just to hit that center key in the middle of the wheel. So I'm going to select English and just tap that center key. Once you select your language, you're going to see a main menu, and you have some different options. To get started with music, you'd need to click on that Browse Files in the middle of the screen. But before you can do that, you have to load your micro SD chip onto the FIIO X1. The FIIO X1 does not have internal memory, so we have to load all of our audios onto a micro SD chip like this one. So slide your chip into the micro SD. You just use your fingernail until you hear the click. It'll show you the cards in, and then if your screen timed out, sometimes your screen will time out while you're putting that chip in and out. You need to press that power key again. Otherwise, when things are locked up, you won't be able to use any controls. So you'll have to press the power key again. And then your screen will light up, and you can navigate over to your Browse Files. Once you select Browse Files, you'll be able to see your music on your micro SD chip. We organize all of our soundtracks into folder structures. I highly recommend you use the folder structure, and then you just click on the folder you want, click OK, and then click OK on the soundtrack you want to play to get started. You adjust your volume on the left side here. There's a plus and minus key below the power button, and you just press and hold that plus key to turn your volume up, hold minus to turn your volume down. And when your numbers count on the screen there, that's going to show you that the soundtrack is playing. The center key is also your play and your pause button. So if you press that center key, you can see that big pause symbol pop up on your screen. Hit the center key again, and it'll continue to play. The other thing I want to walk through are the bottom right and the bottom left keys. So you can skip tracks using the bottom right key. You can skip to the next track. You can go back to the beginning of your track, or you can go to the previous track using the bottom left. Also, holding down the bottom left or bottom right will fast forward or rewind. So if you navigate into your whatever soundtrack that you want to play, say you're in a folder, you can also skip between your tracks once you get something started. Using those bottom left and bottom right keys that make things a little bit more convenient. The last step is just to connect your audio plug. You want to use a 3.5 millimeter stereo plug. It's pretty standard. It goes in the bottom left side here in the audio jack. Don't use the 4 connector ones like you have with a headset. They won't work with the X1. You have to use a standard stereo 3.5 millimeter stereo plug. And then just be aware, if you unplug it, your cable gets unplugged for any reason, you have to hit play again, hit that center key to get your audio running. And that's it. You should have really incredible sound with this X1 now.